So we've talked about the United Kingdom and France and Canada, but what about the rest of the world? As you've no doubt heard on this show, 2024 is fast becoming the most intense year of democracy the world has ever seen. Some 4 billion people, nearly half the world's population, are casting ballots in at least 70 countries. 2024 isn't just an election year, it's the election year. It's June, halfway through, which means it's time now for G0 World's Year of Elections Halftime Report. 2024 started off with a bang, almost literally. On January 13th, Taiwanese voters chose former Vice President Lai Ching-te of the Democratic Progressive Party as president, who wants to strengthen ties with the United States. Lai doesn't support Taiwanese independence, or at least doesn't say that publicly, but his inauguration speech angered Beijing so much, talk about sovereignty and stuff like that China sent fighter jets and warships to hold military exercises all around the island in a show of force. The biggest election this year, India, the world's largest democracy, with a record 642 million people casting ballots during April and May. Prime Minister Narendra Modi won a third term, but his BJP party suffered a humbling setback, losing nearly 60 seats in parliament and failing to secure an outright majority for the first time since coming to power a decade ago. The party now has to work with two smaller regional parties to form a government. Can Modi, a strongman curious leader used to having his way all the time, can he learn to be a team player? Watch this space. South Africa's May 29 national election brought the biggest change from the status quo. The ruling African National Congress, the party of Nelson Mandela and current President Cyril Ramaphosa, performed even worse than expected. For the first time in its modern democracy, the ANC no longer has a majority in parliament. They only got 40%, and they were forced to form a unity government with their biggest political rival, the pro-business Democratic Alliance, as well as some smaller parties. In the short term, Ramaphosa remains in office, but the previously unthinkable coalition agreement is shaky at best. I'm sure that'll go just fine. In Mexico, very different story. An even bigger than expected win for current President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, AMLO's hand-picked successor, Claudia Sheinbaum, whose Morena party won with a margin of 32 points. Mexico's first woman-elected president, Sheinbaum, has already made history and has a strong mandate to continue AMLO's populist policies. But when the fiesta dies down, she's going to need to deal with issues like ongoing cartel violence and immigration at the U.S. border. And if she follows through with plans to weaken the Mexican judiciary, and it looks like she will, as well as other democratic institutions, economic and social stability will suffer. There's more to come as France and the United Kingdom both hold their own national elections in the next few weeks. And of course, the final showdown right here in the United States in November, an election that will have far-reaching consequences not only for the United States, but democracy itself.